Welcome back, boys and girls, to another grammar lesson with your facilitator, Mistress Anicha Gibson, on the review topic, verb tense. Are you ready to begin today's review lesson? I hope you are ready because I am. Today, our objectives are as follows. Read with me, boys and girls. Number 1. Explain the difference between verbs in the present, past, and future tense. Number 2. Use the correct verb tense when writing a story. And finally, number 3. Identify the tense of a verb in sentences. Before we continue today's lesson, let's do a quick review of our last week's lesson. Does anybody remember what topic we did last week? If you said subject and predicate, you are absolutely correct. Let's do a quick review. Follow along. The first thing I need you to remember is subject is also known as the complete subject. It tells who or what the sentence is about. Number 2, the predicate is also known as the complete predicate. It tells what the subject does or is doing. Simple subject. It is the main noun in the subject part of the sentence. And finally, the simple predicate. It is the main verb in the predicate part of the sentence. Let's get into today's lesson. What is the tense of a verb? I wonder, do you remember? Let's read. The tense of a verb indicates the time at which an action or state of being happens. The verbs change form to show the various tenses. So as we go through the lesson, you're going to see that based on the tense, the verb changes. Alright? Let's go on. Simple present tense. Let's read together. The simple present is a verb tense with two main uses. We use the simple present tense when an action is A. happening right now, or when it happens regularly. Depending on the person, the simple present tense is formed by using the root form or by adding S or ES to the end of the root form. Now here are two examples where the verb tense is happening right now. Can you read the first one for me? Come on, you can do better than that. That has an exclamation mark at the end. Read that one more time. I feel great. Yes, and number 2, Dr. Roll loves strawberry cheesecake. So in these two sentences, notice number 1, what's the verb there? Feel. Excellent. And number 2, loves. Those verb tense is happening right now. Here are some examples of when it happens regularly. Number 1, I visit my aunt all the time. Number 2, it hardly rains in Inagua. And lastly, we play games every day. Past tense. What is the past tense? At one particular time in the past, the incident happened. It began and ended in the past. Examples: I visited my aunt last year. Last night it rained in Inagua. Number 3, we played games after school yesterday. Yes, you are certainly correct. It has an ed added at the end. And all past tense, not all, most of them, have the ending ed added at the end to show that the verb happened in the past. What about future tense, boys and girls? Let's read together. We use future tense to talk about future activities or statements. A present or future certainty is given by the word will plus the base form of the verb. Let's look at some examples. Let's look at these 3 examples that shows the future tense. Number 1. Together, let's read. I will be able to attend sewing classes next week. You see the word will be able? Yes, the word will is used to show that it hasn't happened as yet. It will happen in the future. Number 2, let's read that together. The little boy will eat his lunch. Has he done it yet? No, because the word will is there. It tells us it will happen in the future. And last but not least, number 3, we will celebrate our victory win at McDonald's. Has it happened yet? No. We will celebrate our victory win at McDonald's, which means it will happen in the future. Simple future tense. At one particular time in the future, this will happen. We use simple future tense to talk about future activities or statements. A present or future certainty is given by will plus the base form of the word. Now it's time for practice, boys and girls. Alright, the instruction says choose the correct verb tense. Let's read number 1 together. Dad blank for the family. You have 3 words there. Cook, cooks, cooked. What is the correct verb tense? Absolutely, boys and girls. The correct verb tense is cooks. Okay, let's try another 2. Number 1. Pauline blank the piano every day. Read that for me again. Yes. Should the correct verb tense be practice, practices, or practicing? Yes, boys and girls, if you said practices, you are absolutely correct. And for those who forgot, if our subject is singular, we're referring to one person, our verb in most cases has an S onto it. Alright? And notice that it's happening now. She practices the piano every day. That is something that occurs habitually. Let's look at another example. Yesterday, Jane blanked the dishes after the party was over. Is it wash, washed, or washes? Awesome! If you said washed, did anybody realize what was the key word there that signals that your verb was going to be in the past? Yes, in the sentence it says yesterday. Let's move on. Last practice. Read it for me together, boys and girls. Together we blank to Exuma for the family reunion. Is it A, fly, B, will fly, B, flies? Does anybody know the correct answer? Yes, boys and girls, will fly is the correct answer. Great job, boys and girls. Today, our lessons resources have been brought to you by Bing.com, Primary Language Arts Scope and Sequence, and World of Language Book 6. Remember, boys and girls, present tense It tells what is happening now. Past tense tells what already happened. Future tense tells what will happen in the future. Thank you, boys and girls, for tuning in to today's review lesson. Have an awesome day.